Hello Virgo, welcome to your Heart Wisdom reading for the 7th to the 13th of September 2020. Thank you so much for joining me, I hope you're well. My readings are about helping you to overcome challenges and limitations that may be affecting your self-worth, enabling you to be more loving and compassionate towards yourself and others, which will enhance all areas of your life. I've pre-shuffled the cards. I'm going to give them another shuffle whilst I focus on your energy, dear Virgo. So what do you need to know this week? What does Virgo need to look at? The second week of September. What message can we bring to Virgo for the highest good? What does Virgo need to look at? Okay, so we have focus, freedom, hope, and on the bottom of the deck, joy. Some lovely cards there, Virgo. By the way, I recommend you take a moment to look at the images on the card and see if they speak to you. There may be some messages there for you. You might want to pause the video to do that. You may think my cards are unusual. I designed them myself because I prefer to work with abstract images. It helps me tune in more effectively. I hope you like them, and if you want to know more, there's information on my website, heartwisdom.uk. So back to your reading, Virgo. You've got focus in the challenge position. Freedom is in the position contributing to that. Hope is the solution, and the underlying energy for the reading is joy. You had joy in the in this position, actually, Virgo, in the monthly reading. So that's really unusual, and I think it's really important so that the message is being reinforced. And again, it's unusual within general readings to have a similar message, sustained over a period of time. And I'm finding that's happening recently. So I'm hoping that that's meaningful for you. So we'll come back to this joy, which is obviously very positive, and let's have a look at the other cards. So what is it you're finding challenging about focus, Virgo? Are you struggling to focus on something and it's connected to freedom in some way? Perhaps, yes, what I'm picking up is that you are finding it difficult to focus, partly because you fear that if you did so, you would lose freedom in some way. And that makes sense logically, doesn't it? That if we focus on something and put a lot of attention onto something, and effort as well, that it means we have to let something else go, or give up something else that we might be able to do in that time. So hope being here in the solution position, and I think this has been here for you before, Virgo, but when hope is here or in the underlying energy position, it speaks to me of you're not needing to hope. You can actually believe. So that's really positive, and I hope you can be reassured by this spread of cards, Virgo, because the message that it's giving is that this is just a temporary thing. It's not something that you need to attach to or be overly concerned about. It's natural, as you know, when we are going through changes in our lives, and whether that be in relationship or work or our home life, or with our health, we can often be afraid of what that change might be. And as you know, we are here to develop and to progress and to move through changes as we go through life. Nobody wants to stagnate and or even go backwards in a way. Not that that's going to happen. You've had some challenges around self-criticism and being really tough on yourself, and there's something about that here in terms of you being finding it hard to focus. perhaps that's part of the, going easier on yourself. Part of that is letting go of some of the patterns or the behaviors that you've had previously. And that might, you might interpret that as losing some freedom. So I'm trying to think of an example. An example that's coming to mind, and it might seem a bit strange, but I'm just going to go with it. So let's say, for example, that you're naturally hard on yourself, and you are a tough taskmaster when it comes to what you do on a daily basis. And let's say that you can tolerate that for a certain length of time, and then it just gets too much, as it would be for anyone. And you perhaps, think, oh, right, I'm going to have some wine this evening, just to take your mind off that, to help you to relax, and you end up drinking the whole bottle. And that's very nice on that evening, but the day after, and possibly the day after that, you regret it, and you beat yourself up and criticize yourself, and then it's this vicious cycle that you get caught up in. So this change that you're going through, this moving forward and being less hard on yourself and less critical of yourself, more compassionate towards yourself, which is wonderful. You may think that, if you stick with this process and shift your focus to more positive things and being less critical of yourself, that you might lose out on, what you think of as rewards, i.e. a bottle of wine of an evening. But that's not the case. That's just the usual ego-driven fears that we encounter when we're going through changes. And the joy card speaks of that, of you being able to enjoy yourself, to connect to joy, perhaps on a level you haven't before, because you've not perhaps haven't allowed yourself to, because you've fallen short of this bar that you set way too high for yourself. And I tend to feel, Virgo, when I do these readings for you, that I'm sort of telling you off. Please don't think I'm doing that, because I do understand that your high standards are, there's a very good reason for them, and you are doing what you do to help raise standards generally across the board, not just for yourself but for everyone, and you're doing that purely for altruistic reasons, to make everyone's lives better. And thank you for that. It is appreciated, but as I said before, and I really don't want to harp on, you can be too hard on yourself. So this is what you're progressing with. You're moving forward with this and embodying a more forgiving attitude, shall we say, particularly towards yourself, because that's where it's most needed. Yes, so in doing that, this is what is bringing joy in for you, and this is just reinforcing the message that I gave in the monthly reading, and I'm really pleased that this is showing progress for you, Virgo. So don't worry about if you shift your focus to yourself and doing this inner work, that it's going to affect your freedom in some way, or possibly enjoyment, things that you've done before to self-soothe. You may want to let those go permanently if they're not healthy, but otherwise it's not something you need to worry about. And you can believe, you don't just have to hope, you can believe that this is progressing, and it's going to be tremendously beneficial for you, Virgo, because you do deserve happiness, and you do deserve to have joy in your life. And yes, this is also a potential celebration that's coming up, and it may well be your birthday. And I'd like to say happy birthday, dear Virgo, because this is your birthday month. So enjoy life. This is what you deserve. Go easy on yourself, allow yourself some treats, and just relax in the knowledge that you are making fantastic progress. I hope that resonates, Virgo. Obviously, it's a general reading, and there are many ways to interpret the cards, but I go with the message I'm most strongly drawn to. And as I said in the monthlies, the message was very strong for me there too, that you are making this amazing change, and it's going to be tremendously beneficial, not just for you, but for those around you and for the wider world. So good luck with that, Virgo, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, may your heart be your guide. Love and light. Namaste.